Designated as number 36? What a shame. From what I can see, your talents merit a smaller number. Putting aside the validity of the data, it is meaningless to judge individuals based solely on their jnana energy.
What you said to Ilias has now become a memory shared by all members of the Hive.
Weird. It's bigger on the inside than Paimon and Ilias? Do you remember this place? Did he get separated from us?
There's no need for that.
Alright.
It's okay, Ilias.
I don't understand. Everyone knows that Johnny is stealing your He shamelessly used your thesis to send in a project application. And whenever the...
Do you know how many people are working on that project? If Johnny was kicked out because of...
But he's obviously... He throws you the hardest work. And after you're done pulling all night, that's not right!
A lot of people warned me to not say anything. And I think they have a... It's okay. He's at least...
Half a year of your time and effort. Countless all-nighters, and he's treating people like cattle.
Enough. It's fine. I just need to suck it up and get it done.
What's the matter? Huh? You could read mine?
Of course not. I was also able to see those memories just now.
Connecting.
It's clear that this place isn't a work in progress. The collective consciousness project is already complete, and Ilias is now returning to the... Not entirely.
Enshroud! Illusion shattered!
It's completely different from what Ilias said. This place looks like it's been done for a while.
Contributing to the collective by only thinking to your strengths. How easy.
Alhacen, Just thinking of that name fills me with hatred. We must get rid of him.
An entire year's worth of work down the drain. And for what?
You could have played hero any time. So why couldn't you have waited until the project...
I don't understand what you guys are saying. Are you saying you don't care that Roger...
It's a shame. What happened to him? Everyone has been working hard to complete the project.
In any case, we're done with you. Because of your recklessness, none of this affects you at all. But do you know how? Now our futures are up in the air. If worse...
I'm sorry.
There's no need for an apology. It's not like I'll accept it anyway. You'll pay for this.
Hey, you're blinking out again.
Don't jump to conclusions just yet.
Just in case, why don't we take both keys with us?
Alias, this is all... to pass this course, you must complete a paper with other researchers. Maybe you should try to improve your relationship with...
I understand.
You seem troubled.
Who are you?
Where are my...
Siraj.
The world hates people who don't fit in. After you reported Johnny for academic fraud. However, I'm working on some research. How about it?
What did you see?
Paimon can't believe it! No! Siraj is the real Giga... Ooh! Paimon's so mad!
You've come. I intentionally slowed my integration into the collective and I wanted to apologize to you as him. It was only to throw off the mantra and...
You were already Siraj number 36?
Yes, I truly did forget many things. However, it's not that I got scared and forgot. It's difficult to fool Alhacen, so I had to create...
And the best guise is when you believe...
Correct. I only told you that the hive was incomplete. It was finished a long time ago. Before I left, only here can I be... That's all I wanted to say. After I entered this room...
Is this your decision?
Yeah, the person we know is... The outside world is painful sometimes, but... Paimon doesn't...
Do you need more time to consider?
Hey, who are...
That.
So you're that
Giga jerk? How
You...
I modified Akasha terminals to allow users to share memories and emotions. Then I assign numbers to everyone, and here, people can live easily and happy. Then I ask you, there are researchers at the academia who engage in people are so obsessed with collective will. Isn't that right, Ilyas? There's no need to deny this, as it is fact, and the terminus of conformity is a collective consciousness. Welcome to the hive, Alhacen. You once, a few simple words from you, and my research was consigned to nothingness. Of course, I'm well aware that you don't care about it, but I didn't give up.
When we arrived, I noticed many...
Oh, you noticed that? The answer is the academia. The collective consciousness links all of us into a single mind. Everything has been proceeding smoothly. You are the project will snowball until ultimately everyone will be part of my hive.
We won't let you do.
What can you achieve with mere words? Return to the hive, number 36.
Yes.
Wait! Don't go back! And you aren't an outcast!
That's easy for you to say, given that you're travelers. Will you two continue to stay? Return, number 36. You know...
Ilyas?
You two are just as arrogant. You think that everyone should be like you and live according to their... I allowed number 36 to leave the hive, without his memories, only Alhacen.
I made those words quite clear a year ago. The model you presented was extremely unstable. It can't be helped. If you were clever enough to realize those problems, then you would have been...
What?
What's happening?
The collective needs motivation to execute its plans. That's why you, as the Overmind, synchronized your hatred of me into the collective. However, when Ilyas returned to the collective,
Thanks for that. You know, you don't seem like such a bad person. Strange, isn't it? What?
This contradicts the hatred you had provided them, and these two differing emotions will give...
So that's it! Wait, and then you pretended to keep him around. Wouldn't expect any less from you, Alhacen. Once the collective consciousness bugs out, we'll take that up... wait.
Alhacen, I told you. Ilyas's return had indeed introduced abnormal... Your struggle has been in vain.
So many monsters and...
I also integrated monsters into the collective, though despite their lack of intelligence, perfect Now then, drown...
Hey, Alhacen?
I've already sent my gift to the collective. It'll take some time for You two just need to brace yourselves for the nuisance in front of us.
Well, all right.
I'll uproot you!
A process of elimination. Here you are.
Alhacen isn't that of a person.
But it has to be done. He must be eliminated so that we can evolve.
You see? That is the will of the collective. Even with the hatred gone, they continue their work.
Hold the line.
Can't see? One thing after another.
Flicker. Scatter.
He won't hold out for much longer.
He's a lot tougher than we imagined.
Something's gone wrong here, Dean. The march.
What's going on? What's with this sudden influx of information? Silence! As the Overmind, I command you!
There is no
Rest and rebuild!
How bold. The process of elimination.
How is that possible? Why hasn't it been resolved yet?
Judgment?
The will of the collective cannot be wrong. The Overmind must have made an error.
But Siraj is the most intelligent of all. He is number one. His judgment is the optimal one.
Is that true? Not necessarily.
What have you done?
Calm down. Don't you have an easy way to figure this out? You were only designated as number 36? What a shame. From what I can see, your talents merit a smaller number. Putting aside the validity of the data, it is meaningless to judge individuals based solely on their jnana energy.
What you said to Ilias has now become a memory shared by all members of the Hive. I see it now! You've channeled and amplified their selfish desires! You're trying to destroy my Hive from the inside out!
Human minds are not infinitely pliable, and your Hive has stretched many of them to their limit. Once your authority as Overmind starts to wane, it won't be long before your subjects snap back. Is it worth living here like a machine? Being a tool for the rest of my life? As soon as one person begins to have these thoughts, selfishness, doubt, and fear will propagate, thanks to the web of consciousness that you built. At this stage, your so-called Hive has already fallen.
It's not over yet. I am the Overmind! There has to be a way!
It's too late. Once the desires of the Hive accumulate, beyond a certain threshold, they will kill their king.
I wouldn't have suffered such a disgraceful defeat if I was the Overmind.
My numbers shouldn't be so far down the list! Siraj is alive!
This isn't what we agreed to!
I should be the one in your position!
The Hive shut down? What happened just now?
Members of a collective consciousness are more likely to reach a consensus. For example, Ilias did have differing perceptions. However, this system is far from perfect. Based on this logic, the disturbance that Ilias caused wasn't for naught.
Setbacks in the plan further amplified doubt.
Apprehension, disappointment, panic. But in the Hive, where there are no secrets, negativity can spread like a few words were enough. Believe in—
You were already thinking of a way to destroy the collective. You knew that Ilias was the bait all—
I knew it from the moment Moreover, I never looked down on you. My opinion of— You have a naive view towards the concepts of collective consciousness and human— You would never let a test subject escape. Mistakes like that are beneath you, and you all—
I never thought I'd hear those words come from you. I know very well that you've never viewed me as an equal. When you were with us, you always had a distance. You don't need to hide it. I know it better than anyone else.
Your perspective is entirely born from your habitual— From your perspective, you probably think I'm like you. Someone who doesn't fit in. I just want to distance myself from meaningless noise. On the other hand, you have failed to come to terms with—
You mean to say that—
Is that not so? Arrogant— You view people as a simple, mediocre collective.
Regardless, I have lost.
You will stand trial, yes. But I'm just an ordinary staff member. I believe it is the
Sino? What are you doing here?
I followed the symbols. Looks like things have already been settled.
Symbols?
I left a similar picture in my letter to him, and I made several similar—
Wait, what do you mean? Oh, Paimon remembers! When Paimon first... So you really did know that something was up with Ilias?
It'd be best if you didn't spout nonsense. I never By the way, I came across some information at the Academia a few days ago. If you practice the
Seriously? By the way, Sino, Paimon heard that Siraj sent more people—
Don't worry. The mantra have started. This was likely one factor that caused the hive's consciousness to waver.
Good. Seems like the interesting— See you.
And off he goes.
Oh no. Oh no. I was involved in all the... What came over me?
We were accomplices without knowing it. Whether he's the scribe or the acting grand sage, we can't afford to...
We can discuss the future later. Leaving the I didn't feel anything towards Alhacen at first, since he wasn't well known. Siraj made us hate Alhacen. From how things look,
I guess we're getting what we deserve. Could you help us apologize to Alhacen?
Sure. Paimon will help you tell Alhacen. But...
It's okay. No matter what he chooses,
It's time to go.
Let's go.
So, were they... We can ask Alhacen about...
Looks like I can't exist as Siraj number 36. When I was at Gandharvaville, I thought about whether I should just come forward, but I didn't have the... So in the end, I lost my sense of justice.
Ilias?
Don't be sad. However, I didn't come out of this completely empty-handed. I realized that the collective I was always trying to fit, understanding that gave me courage somehow. Perhaps one day...
You can do it. Paimon believes...
Thanks. Well, I should get going. Can you keep this a secret from my parents and myself? Also, please apologize to Alhacen for me.
All the test subjects have been taken away. I'll have my subordinates seal the place, retrieve all... Are you too hurt?
Paimon's fine.
Get some rest. Alhacen is probably... Watch out for any of Siraj's associates who might still be in hiding.
Okay, you stay... Let's go meet up with Alhacen.
The matter's settled. I actually thought it would have been settled sooner. Judging by your faces, it seems like you two still have some questions. I respect your curiosity, but I'm off the clock now.
Hey, we're not your colleague!
You couldn't tell—
What? You're not leaving today until you explain what happened back at...
See ya.
Hold it right there!
Are you done? Your behavior is reminding me—
Stop changing the subject!
It's too much of a hassle to explain everything from the top. You know what?
Where?
You'll know when we get there.
Is this your home?
Yes.
What's with you all of us?
Ah, you're back. Quick, come help me see if this painting's all straightened. Huh?
Stop making a fuss. They're
You're not from the academia, are you?
I'm unsure she's seen you before.
Wait, what? How do you know me? Oh.
What? You're embarrassed only.
Oh, you guys are roommates!
Yes, we are, but
I keep a few books on collectives and the subconscious here at home.
Hey! You're leaving just like that? Sorry, I know we've only just met, but I have to ask. Are you, you wouldn't happen to be actors that Alhacen hired to pretend to be his friends, would you?
What?
Guess not. I've never seen invite friends home before, so please
But aren't you?
I wouldn't say. Okay, well... Don't worry about it. My name is Kaveh. I'm sorry to have met—
You seem like you got a lot going on.
Are you serious? How could you—
What? That was a normal response.
Still, why do you have to treat me like he does?
Judging by the deafening din coming from the living room, you all must be good.
Entertain your own friends, why don't you?
I'll leave the books here.
Paimon's dizzy from reading. Paimon wants to know,
A year ago, Suraj presented his thesis to the Grand Sage, who offhandedly— The first, as I've already said, was that his research was on human evolution. The second was that I thought the direction of his research was too extreme, but his approach too conservative.
Wait, that's too conservative?
One way to stabilize a collective consciousness is to remove the test subjects. The optimal solution to achieve collective consciousness is to focus solely on—
That's way too dangerous.
I'm merely stating the facts. If Suraj had done that, It's impossible for any species to evolve overnight. And that's why the academia prohibited research into human evolution.
Ha! That's rich coming from you. If humans aren't humans without their humanity, then—
What about you? Are you going to devolve into a fungus?
At least I'd be a fungus with— Sorry for eavesdropping, but what happened to you guys?
Sort of. We encountered a strange—
Are you all okay? Huh. So that's how things— Such is life. If only he'd known. Plus, he could have helped me with the housework for once. See those books? They've been sitting—
Can you feel the awkwardness in the air? I hope you're—
Oh, so the pot's calling the kettle—
I'm doing quite well. Much better than—
You don't understand anything.
Paimon can't tell which of them is more problematic.
You whisper very loudly.
Oh,
Do you have any more questions?
let Paimon think. Oh, by the way—
I bear them no ill will. To some extent, they were also fooled by Suraj.
Ilias also said that he wanted to tell us the truth. He apologized.
It doesn't matter. I never considered— Judging from his experiences, he's more courageous than the average person. I'm going for dinner in 10 minutes, so I'll—
Paimon doesn't have any more questions. How about you? Oh, yeah. You only started investigating with the Matra, but after meeting Suraj, it didn't—
I had no interest in him personally, but I was I now understand the reason. Correct. The fall of the sages and the fact that Suraj's project attracted so much interest despite not being approved speaks to the lack of research. As the acting Grand Sage, I'll have to figure— In addition, what happened to Ilias is worth our attention. Reporting academic—
Paimon understands now. Oh.
I think minimum viable seriousness is a more apt description. I'll do my best to take care of this mess until my resignation—
Wait,
Yes. I've already submitted my resignation to the academia. I don't think Suraj knew about that. If he had waited just a few— What he'd do then wouldn't have been any concern of mine. However, even without my input, his unstable—
But why do you—
I'm not suited to be a sage, nor do I want to be one. The official process to select if I serve as acting Grand Sage for too long, the position might become permanent. It's important to keep your priorities straight. Well, it's about.
Oh, now that you say that, Paimon's kinda hungry.
See ya.
The name Siraj doesn't ring a bell.
He isn't someone who would leave an impression, so
I've always had a hard time appreciating the way that the academia pressures people by labeling them as geniuses. But even so, the academia can't be left to you. Or perhaps I should say that I'm delighted to see that you have a base amount of self-awareness.
And I suppose they'd let everyone know that your career as a sage will be as shaky.
Again, that's mighty rich coming from someone about to resign.
But my salary will likely stay the same.
Wait, what? How come?
At least I don't have to be an architectural designer who works himself to death just to get a smile from his client.
I took time out of my day to clean the living room for you, and this is the—
Make sure to pay back the rent you owe me. I'm going to buy some furniture with—
What? Are you trying to annoy me to death? The decorations you buy keep getting uglier and uglier.
You'll have to blame that on my financial freedom.
Fine. Go ahead and hide behind your
I think I'd have too many choices, to be honest. You, on the other hand, can you think of any redeeming features?
Artistry, for sure. You don't know the first—
So I'll have to bring you along and then buy—
Of course.
But why would I do that? It would just be another form of—
Can't you just be nice and not ask—
Pretending that you're not in debt is as ridiculous as pretending you're not living in someone else's home.
Speaking of which, your friends won't say anything, right? Tell them—
There's no need to hide it so carefully. I think the truth's already out.
What?
You